Hey, what's going on YouTube? Chris Bogart with a update video. Just gonna move the camera a bit. Is this a good position? This is fine. Jesus, sorry for the background noise. Actually, that's much better. We're gonna talk. So I went to Butler Regional and met a pro player there, Fraser Smith. But I brought this deck to Regional and it's Machina Girgia. I'll update the profile later, but just a quick look at it. I mean, it's really not that special. I didn't copy the list from anyone, actually. I just played this from the ground up, playing whatever cards I liked and read. Was like, oh, these cards are good. And I just play tested it through the month and said, alright, this is my final list. I feel like it's a pretty good against the meta. The Evil Swarms, Fire Fist, Insectors, Water, Dino Rabbit, strong matchup against that. And, what other deck did I play? Hunter Family. That deck's really popular for no reason. But, I play tested it and went to the regional. Actually, what happened first is I went to Friday Night Magic. So I woke up, actually, Friday, woke up at 6 a.m. for school. Went to school, played Friday Night Magic, which started at 7, ended at about 11, had an hour to just do whatever. And we played the Dragon's Maze pre-release. Ta-da. Magic the Gathering pre-release of the new set Dragon's Maze. I pulled really bad, but I feel like going this way makes more sense. So it would be light on me. There you go. But, didn't place at all. Friday Night Magic also sucked with because I just built something last hand. Didn't get my eBay order in time. But then we got home at about 6. Play tested a little bit more with my brother. Packed in my bag, switched it all from Magic to Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Went to the regional, right? I believe I was 126th registered, something around there. And they capped it off at 228. So, Butler Regional's 228 people. Played it out, round 1, straight off the bat, played against the Hunter Family, the only one I played. I just 2-0'd him straight away. I mean, I said I did Mind Crush against him, he was just lost from there. I accelerated much faster than he did, and OTK'd him twice in a row. This is when Fraser Smith was watching me, because I was at table 12, and he was like, oh my god, you're playing this for the regional? I'm like, yeah, I'm not really too confident with it. He's like, no, you should be, this is awesome. I'm like, really? Alright, cool, I guess. Maybe I'll top 8. I never start 1-0. I always lose and go escalate from there. But next round, I'm at table 12 again, and guess what? Fraser Smith is still there. He's like, you're here again? Oh my god, I get to watch you duel again. I'm like, cool. Now I'm just nervous as shit, because good players watch me. But from there, I played... What did I play against? Round 2, I played against Fire Fist. Oh boy, that's my strongest matchup. Fire Fist sucks so bad. I believe that deck is so bad. Like, I never thought it was a meta deck. I think it was one of the worst decks ever. Because I've been like, alright, MST your 10 key. Now your plays suck. You just don't exist. The deck that cannot keep consistent monster flows. It's like the same problem with Glare Beast. Like, oh, look at all these traps. So look at all these monsters I don't have. 2-0'd him. 2-0 now. Fraser Smith is like, really, after the match, he said he gave me the confidence to play this. I came into the event saying, I might get my invite. Then after that, he was like, you're going to get your invite. I was like, I'm going to get my invite. I was stoked. 2-0 from there. Went to table... It doesn't matter what table it's at. Played again, and this is an Evil Swarm match, right? Round 3. I'm like, alright, I'm pretty prepared for Evil Swarm. First turn, Ophion's me, like Evil Swarm always do. And I'm like, look at this hand of 2 fortresses. And I'm like, oh, I might lose. Draw. I'm like, alright, summon Gear Frame. Grab a 3rd fortress. Eventually, I just get rid of that Ophion because my deck makes more exceeds than anything. I believe I mind-stroked it. Now I'm like, alright, these triple fortresses for game? He's like, oh, can't do anything against that. Game 2, I've got deck Devastation Viruses cards. I lost pretty bad. He hit a cannon and multiple things on hand. And for the next 3 turns, I was pretty close, but made a 2nd Ophion for game. Yeah, Fortress doesn't run over Ophion. Oh well. Damage Step Dress is pretty nice. Round 3, I just smoked him. I set the armor, had accelerator hand. I'm like, does this survive? He's like, yeah, draw, flip, grab the second accelerator, game. He's like, oh, okay, yep. See ya. So I'm 3-0 from there. Then I played against Water. Sorry for the back nose again. I played against Water, and Water's my worst matchup. The only reason I can beat water is because I just got to straight outpace them. That's how I built the deck. Because you can't just use traps against water. There's not really many effective traps against water in the main board against game 1. Like, I had one with the Pulse, that really sucks. Mirror Force is okay against them. Torrentials are okay, but I like Board Presence as well. And, yeah, Warning sucks against them. Judgment sucks a lot, too. Phoenix Chains aren't too good against them. They're mainly bad. Usually they're bad, but sometimes they're fine. But, yeah. Lost game 1. Game 2, I just OTK'd him. Game 3 was really close, but he went down with the Gaia, so I'm like, and I summoned the Fortress, and I'm like, attack. He's like, you can't. I'm like, oh yeah, shit. That's what happens when you stay awake for 30 hours. So I lost that, won X1. Then proceeded to play Fire Fist. 2-0'd that guy too. I'm not even going to get too in-depth about that. It was just the same thing. I used enough traps to get rid of their monsters since I could grind game. My armors, the constant ability to have armor and gear frame allowed me to have access to monsters, which he had no access to with the 3MST format, only 3 10-key, obviously. And also siding into Dust and Mind Crushes. I sided 3 Mind Crush today, and that was the MVP side card. I sided that against practically everything. Sided against Hunter, sided against Fire Fist, sided against Mermail. Didn't side against Evil Swarm. That's the only matchup I don't side against. But I smoked out the Fire Fist match. Next match is... Play 3 Fire Fist, 2... Played Evil Swarm again. Oh yeah. There you go. We're on round 6 now, right? Something like that. Played Evil Swarm again. I 2-0'd this guy because I realized how to play against Evil Swarm, so I just don't use these fortresses. I summon, all this Exceed stuff and just kill them. They're can't do anything about it. All they have is Pandemics and Dresses and Lances. I'm like, cool, make my stroke. Oh, that sucks. Swing. And all this stuff is pretty much lost from there. So I 2-0'd him. Next round, played against Mermail. I believe this is round 7 now. Went to game 3, of course. And he rips the Megalo and goes, alright, I'm going to discard this. Oh, no, he didn't rip the Megalo. That was game 1. That was the other one. Someone ripped the Megalo and beat me. Might have been early practice. But this guy, I had 2 accelerators in my hand with the set armor. I'm like, draw for turn. Alright, flip this armor, got the 3rd accelerator. OTK you? And he's like, no, I'm going to Mind Crush your accelerator. I'm like, oh, there's 3 in my hand. So I lost him there. Even though I had an average of 5, I could have shuffled him back and hoped for it. But I said, Fraser Smith was watching this at this point too. So I was like, honorable win for you, sir. First person to finally realize Mind Crush hurts me. That's pretty much what my main focus of this was. I went in with a deck no one thought would top. And it went pretty good. I went X2. Alright, anyways, last match, I got paired against a local guy who's topped in SGC when he was 13 and 15. Top 2 when he was 13 and 15. This guy's so good. He was playing Chainburn. I should have lost. But you know what I realized? I'm not even going to play this out because Gear can OTK him. And I can make Shockmaster. So that's what I did. Game 1, OTK'd him. Game 2, he started threatening rolls and such, so I didn't get a chance to OTK him. He burned me out. In Game 3, I'm like, Shockmaster. Bye. He almost, he said I cheated him, which I did not. He gets really butthurt when he loses. I've known this. But what happened was, I made a Shockmaster. I detached, didn't let go of the card yet. I said monsters. And then I put it back under. He's like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. I was like, well, I didn't detach yet. He's like, but you said monsters. I'm like, alright, fine, monsters. Ironically, I had Fader in his hands, so either way I was going to, he let me win, essentially, with that. But he has 4 backers. I'm like, alright, discard Gear Frame, discard Fortress, summon Fortress. And he was just like, wait, you can't do that? That's a summon effect. I'm like, well, not a summon effect. You can't do that. You go monsters. I'm like, well, this is an inherent summon. He's like, oh, alright. So he has 2 Magic Cylinders and 1 D-Wall set, or in the graveyard. I'm like, you know what? He's at 17, or I'm at 17, he's at 32. I have a Diamond Dire, Shockmaster to call monsters, and 2 Fortresses on the field. What am I going to do? He has 2 set monsters, keep in mind, and 4 backer. I'm like, you know what? Diamond Dire attack. Okay, so attack goes through. Shockmaster attack. He's like, alright, double... No, he did. 4 was at 17. He double, just deserted me. And Secret Battled me down to 17. I'm like, alright, I have these 2 Fortresses. His 1 card set, 2 in hand, so Fader and Gores didn't matter, or Trag mattered at this point. I'm like, alright. So I either attack with both and win right now, or attack with both and lose right now, because of a cylinder. He was at 32. If I attack with one, alright, he'd be at 12. I'm at 17, I attack, I lose to a cylinder or D-Wall. So I said, I'm going to let this up to fate, because I got a 50-50 of winning or losing. So on the side, I rolled a dice. I said, if this is even, I'm going for it. Rolled a 4. I'm like, alright, screw it, game. He's like, Judge! Right before I swing for game? Are you kidding? Like, are you this type of person? He calls the judge over, and he's like, this new judge, he was really a noob. He did not know any of his rulings that day. He got appealed every time. But he says that fortress that could not be summoned under Shockmaster's effect. I'm like, head judge appeal, Zach Bishop, my nigga, get over here. You is my homie. You know rulings. I know my rulings. I knew all the Gary rulings before I entered the tournament. That is what gives you the edge over the opponent. He didn't know it. It's probably why I won. But Zach Bishop ruled in the right ruling into my favor. I attacked the game. He got really butthurt. I ended up in 22nd place, got my invite. And today, I got reached 1,000 subscribers. So, it's been a good week. Really good week. That was a long story. That's my regional report. I reached 1,000 subs, and I love you all. What can I say? It took long enough, I must say, but well deserved it. And a lot of people are like, 1,000 subs is not a lot. And Robbie Cole says 20,000, 27,000 by now. I'm like, well, he's Robbie Cole. If 1,000 people showed up in front of me right now, I'd probably pass out. Just throwing that out there. But in reality, 1,000 subs. Got my invite. Slept for 18 hours after the regional. It was awesome. I love you all so much. Thank you for listening to this regional support. Thank you for Fraser. Special shout outs to Fraser Smith, Griffin Gamrot, crap, I don't know what his team name is on YouTube. I don't know, Ray Talbert, Joe Barrett, what am I doing? All my local friends, Michael Cho, there you go, he's one. Mr. Capt Falcon, Capt like C-A-P-T-C-A, hold on, P-T, Capt, Captain without the A-I-N. Mr. Capt Falcon, like Captain Falcon. Shout out to him. He helped me a lot in the player process, getting better. And biggest shout out to Robbie Cole. I did say like throughout half the event I was Robbie Cole on the event. I was mocking the gadget and just not gadgets that I played Gear. He just said like a long time ago he gave me a hint or a tip. He said just play the deck your favorite deck, a deck you're comfortable with, and something you enjoy playing, and you will top. If you know your rollings, you know how to play the deck, and you side deck accordingly, and have stuff in the main deck against a meta, you will top and you will do well. He played gadgets still, and he's done well with it. Always. He always does well with it. I think Gear is my new deck. And people say I suck at Robbie Cole's deck. Just being a friend with him doesn't mean anything. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed, comment, subscribe. This video is already really long. I'll see you guys in the next video. 1,000 subs. I love you all to death. Thank you for listening to this ridiculously long regional report. I got really in depth with it, but I am so happy that I got my invite because I suck at this game. No. Well, yeah. No. I'll see you guys later. Adios, YouTube.